Hello yogis, and welcome to your myofascial release class. This is about restoring, repairing, and we're going to be using today 2 tennis balls. And if you have a block, now if you don't have one, you can use some blocks and some books instead of a block. And as far as the tennis balls go, maybe some lemons if you have them at home. But if you'd like to pause right now to go and get your props, so 2 tennis balls and a block. Now we're going to start off on our backs. So lying down, we're going to bring the 2 tennis balls to the base of the neck. We're going for the occipital bones, and we're going to lie on down, and we're going to bring the tennis balls underneath. You might need to have your hands on the tennis balls to keep them in place for a moment. Then release the hands down beside you and just start to make some gentle movements from left to right. Just massaging out that area. We're going to be spending 2 to 5 minutes in these poses. Now through the head and the neck is a space where we really hold a lot of tension. So see if you can really work on now your diaphragmatic breathing. So you may even like to bring your hands towards your belly and just notice if you're breathing shallow into your rib cage. See if you can bring the breath right down into your belly. Closing down your eyes and moving your head and your neck. Gentle yeses and gentle no's. Now myofascial release. It's an alternative medicine therapy that claims to treat muscle immobility and pain by relaxing contracted muscles and improving the blood and lymphatic circulation and stimulating the stretch reflexes in the muscles. So I want you to really approach this in a gentle way, reminding you that less is more, that you're in charge of how much pressure you place into the area. Let's start to deepen the breath, full breath into the belly, feel the belly rise, feel the rib cage expand. Come all the way to the top of the breath and hold it there, and then slowly release, let it go, sigh it out. Full breath into the belly, into the rib cage, come all the way to the top of your breath, hold it, and simply let it go. As many times as you need to, feeling that shift, that change of energy. Continue with your diaphragmatic breathing. Belly expands, the rib cage expands, the heart is expansive. And then simply let it go. About a minute more just to release any tension you're holding here. Full breaths in, expansive breaths out. Now witnessing the next breath you take in. Really enjoy your exhale, let it go. We're going to start to move out of the pose. So release the tennis balls from underneath the head. We can move the books or the block away, and we're going to start to move into our trapezium. So we're going to go for the traps. We're bending into the knees, and we're going to bring the 2 tennis balls into that space. See if you can softly relax down, and then relax the head down. You're going to have your hands directly up from the shoulders. And you're going to start to explore sensation by, as you inhale, reaching your arms up and overhead. And then as you exhale, slowly bring the hands all the way back down beside your body. Flowing with your breath, your inhale reaches your arms up and overhead. And your exhale sends it all the way back down beside you. See if you can slow down your breathing. This practice is all about slowing down today. As you slow down your breath, you slow down your mind. Already you might notice that you would like to move. You're feeling the tension somewhere else within your shoulders, and then continue the process. Slow breaths in, slow breaths out. If you're wanting more, you can lift the hips up towards the sky, or maybe extending the legs nice and long. Continue to flow with your breath, releasing, maybe gentle movements side to side as you flow. starting to add on. As you inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, and then bring them all the way down beside you, making a big arc. Full breath in. And once again, this is up to you to notice, where do you need it? Where are you feeling it? Do you need to shift ever so slightly? Move the tennis balls a little higher up. Continue to flow with your breath. For 99% of the population, we hold a lot of our tension and our stresses in our shoulders and our neck. So just see if you can release with every exhale. No need to hold on to anything, just letting it flow, letting it go. Maybe closing down the eyes so you can feel into your body. And take 10 more breaths. Continue to release through your shoulders. Notice if you've dropped your awareness to your breath, and bring back in that deep belly breathing. The belly expands, the rib cage expands as you inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can release all of the breath. Maybe even sighing out as you exhale. Our exhale is the most powerful way of releasing tension through the body. And it's the most powerful way of releasing all the toxins within the body is our exhalation. Continue to focus on your breath as you release through the shoulders. You're doing great. As you finish your next exhalation, slowly bringing yourself out of the pose, grabbing hold of the tennis balls, but we're going to only use one at a time this time, so bring one tennis ball. So you can stay on your back. You can extend your right leg up towards the sky and then cross the right ankle over the left knee. So you're going to get a nice stretch straight away through the piriformis and through the hips. We can start by taking a figure 4 stretch and just maybe a gentle rock from left to right. Taking a moment to stretch out through this area. Then release your bind, allow the left foot to come down to the earth. Lift the hips up towards the sky and bring the tennis ball underneath your right glute. So getting into that deep glute muscle, your piriformis, start to take some circular motions. Notice if you drop your connection to your breath. See if you can continue to move and also breathe nice and slow. For some of you, you might be feeling more tension in the hips, so if you wish to, you can roll onto your side, getting into the hip. This is now yours to explore. Are you getting into your glute, or are you getting into the hip by moving ever so slightly to the right? You've got 10 breaths to explore, to feel into this side of the body. The right side of the body is your masculine side. So noticing any tension you're holding here, and you have every exhale to release, to let go. Make sure you're not overdoing it. You're in control of how much pressure you place. Slow, gentle, releasing movements with the breath and with the tennis balls. Three more conscious breaths in and out. Beautiful. Slowly lift the hips up, release the tennis ball out, and then coming into figure 4 stretch once again. We're noticing any space that you've created. And as you inhale, try and draw the left knee into the chest as you draw the right knee away. Just taking 3 to 5 breaths just to stretch it out. Noticing any tingling sensations, any stretching feelings. Now let's slowly release the bind. As you inhale, reach the right leg to the sky, maybe grabbing the back of the hamstring, and then place the right foot down to the earth. As you inhale, left leg reaches up towards the sky. Feel that stretch through the hamstring. Then cross the ankle over the right knee. Thread through, find your figure four stretch. Take a gentle rock from left to right, maybe even moving through the ankles. Exploring sensations in your body. What does it feel like? Keeping that connection to your deep diaphragmatic breathing. The belly expanding, the rib cage expanding, full breaths in and full breaths out, releasing with every exhale. Now slowly release the bind, grabbing hold of the tennis ball, lift the hips up and place the tennis ball underneath the left glute. Start to explore movement, taking circles. Now the left side of the body is our feminine side of the body. Continue to massage out your piriformis muscle, the deep glute muscle, or maybe you're rolling onto your left hip and exploring sensations on the left side. It's totally normal to have a completely different experience on this side. Just observing the differences within your body and allowing yourself to release tension with every exhale. Keep that connection to the breath, full breaths in. And long, slow, releasing breaths out, maybe even sighing out with every exhale. You've got 8 more amazing breaths. Make them deep, make them conscious. Every inhale is bringing nourishment in, and every exhale is releasing something that no longer serves you. What are you holding on to? What could you let go of? Last conscious breath in. Let it go. Lift the hips up, release the tennis ball from the left glute. Extend the left leg up to the sky. Bring the hands behind the hamstrings. Just feel that gentle stretch. Now bring your left foot down to meet your right. We're going to draw both knees into the chest. Give yourself a lovely squeeze. Maybe a rock from left to right, massaging out your lumbar spine. Now we're going to rock and roll up and down the spine. Maybe take 2 or 3 rocks. Coming all the way up, we're actually going to now work towards the soleus. Our calf muscle is often called the second heart. So we actually spend as much time as our heart does pumping blood around the body with the calf. So the calf can become really tight, and when it does become tight, that can create a lot of tension through the body trying to pump the blood. So let's release it through our calf muscle. So we're going to extend the right leg long, draw the left knee in, and bring the tennis ball underneath the right calf. And you using your hands just to roll up and down, exploring sensations. You can come to the edge by twisting the foot one way, or twisting it the other way, and just releasing through your right calf. See if you can use your breath to release with every exhale, noticing areas where you might be holding tension through the calf. And just keep rolling until you relieve that tension and let it soften the muscle. For those that have lost their connection to the breath, come back to the breath. It's a full deep breath into the belly, into the rib cage, to the top of the breath, and long slow exhales, maybe sighing out through the mouth. Let's take 10 more breaths here. Last conscious breath in. Let it go. Release the tennis ball, moving to the left side. Bring it underneath the left glute. Left calf. And then draw the right knee in and start to explore sensation into your left calf. Point pointing and flexing the toe, drawing it to the right and the left, finding the areas where you're holding tension in your body. And with every exhale and with every movement, the opportunity to release, to let it go. Bring your awareness back to your beautiful breath. Full breath in. The belly expands as you inhale. The rib cage expands. Come all the way to the top of the breath. And then as you exhale, sighing it out, letting it all go. Maybe as you're moving through your practice, you're noticing thoughts that are coming up, feelings, emotions. Just allow them all to flow. As if you're watching clouds up above you, just observing them without holding on to them, and just allowing yourself to release with every exhale anything that you don't need, and you don't no longer need. 2 more conscious breaths. Then release the tennis ball, rolling all the way down onto your backs. Give yourself a gentle squeeze. Take a moment to observe any space that you've created through your body. Now we're going to extend the right leg long, left knee comes into the chest. As you inhale, draw the knee a little bit closer, and exhale, surrender. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, surrender. One more. Now using the right hand to draw the knee all the way over to the right side of the body, we're going to extend the left arm directly out from the shoulder and look over to the left, nice and heavy. Spinal twist. Let's take 4 conscious breaths in our spinal twist. Nice and heavy through the shoulders. Allow gravity to take care of your knee. 2 more breaths. Let something go. Then gently draw yourself back to center, draw the knees into the chest. Now interlacing the hands around the right knee, extend your left leg nice and long. As you inhale, draw the knee into the chest. Exhale, soften and surrender. Inhale. Exhale, surrender. One more. Now using your left hand, guide the knee all the way over to the left. Extend your right arm directly out from the shoulder, nice and heavy through the right shoulder. If it feels okay for the neck, looking over to the right. Closing down the eyes and feeling into your spinal twist. We've got 4 breaths here. As you inhale, draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze. And then releasing into your Shavasana, feet as wide as the mat, palms face up, relax the shoulders down to the earth, draw the shoulder blades together. And surrender to your Shavasana, close down your eyes, taking a moment to scan your body. Every exhale, just releasing, letting go, sending messages of relaxation through the whole body. With every exhale, you're releasing, you're letting go. Breathe and release anything that doesn't serve you. Accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. All healing is essentially a release from fear. Release anyone or anything that doesn't support your happiness. Today, I will release my expectations and live the day appreciating what is instead of what should be. Continue to rest in your Shavasana. Extending your Shavasana for as long as you need. If you feel ready, gently bring some movement back into your fingers and your toes. Draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself your final squeeze of practice, a moment of gratitude for your breath, for your movements. Thank you for joining me in today's class.